Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So for those new here, hi, my name's Jenny. I'm a third-year family medicine resident and a new mom of two. So over on Instagram, I've been showing you guys my bullet journal setup. I've been getting ready for 2020 and I feel like I've been using the bullet journal system since med school, and it's worked really well for me because I get to plan everything, I get to take notes, I still get to do art stuff in there and journal in there. So if you guys are interested in seeing my 2020 setup, then keep on watching. So the planner that I will be using for 2020 is this Hobonichi Cousin. It's originally from Japan, and the reason why I like it is because everything is already laid out for you. I still use the traditional bullet journal system, but I feel that with the Hobonichi, I have my monthly layouts and my weekly layouts and the daily layouts, and then I just use it how I see fit. So I had actually already started and used some washi tape to mark out the days that I'm working. The blue one is when I'm still on inpatient, and the white lines are when I start a new rotation and I'll be starting outpatient peds. The little hearts represent when I have clinic, and I do have more clinic days, but I don't think it's really safe to put my whole schedule here online, and so I'll just leave these two here. I'm also using this stencil from Scarlet Beauty, or Beauty by Scarlet. I'll link everything that I use in the description box down below if I can find it. So my inspiration for the month of January was actually Vietnamese New Year's. I think this year it lands on January 25th. So I put this little kind of circle diamond star thing on the 25th, and then I went with like a gold theme. So here on the side, I am going to keep like a social media like growth vlog. This is the first time I'm actually doing something like this. When I started YouTube, I just did it because I wanted to document my journey through medicine and share it with my, fellow med students and my friends, just so we could keep in touch with each other. I never thought in a million years that YouTube would that people would actually watch me on YouTube and connect with me and understand me and support me and my family. Like, I am so amazed of how many people. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and so I wanted to thank you guys. I really wouldn't be here without you, so thank you. So I found these acrylic stamps, and they are just the cutest. They're one of those ones where you can mix and match of this little Japanese character. So I try to pick the one that reminds me most of myself. I did not buy a black stamp, and so I used this Tombow marker just to color it in and then use it as a stamp, and I found that it works really well on the Hobonichi paper. I really love how all of it turned out. I'm going to try to start posting updates on my Instagram stories. If you guys follow me at Dr. Jenny Lay, you'll see it. Maybe at the end of the week or something like that, I will post an overview of what my week and month looks like. I guess I should tell you a little bit of what I plan for this Hobonichi in the year 2020. I feel that this year is such a big year for me. I have a board exam. For those of you who are not in medicine, a board exam is basically everything you learned, everything I've learned in med school and residency of the 7 years, all wrapped into one exam. And if I don't pass, then I basically don't have a job. And then, so it's a little bit stressful, just a little. And then after that, I am graduating residency, and that is so amazing because I've been working all my life to get to this point. And it's funny because I've worked all my life to only work part-time so I can actually be home with my kids. Pretty ironic, but I don't think I can work more than part-time and miss any more of my kids' lives. in this whole process, I feel that I've lost a lot of myself, unfortunately. I used to be a dancer. I used to dance all the time. It brought me so much happiness. And since starting medicine and having children, I feel that I haven't made that time for myself. I used to also do a lot of artwork, like I used to draw and paint and sculpt, and I feel like I don't have time for that anymore. And so this year, when I work part time, I not only want to work on myself to be a better wife, to be a better mother, to be a better doctor, but I also want to rediscover who I am and the things that I enjoy, and just to do things that make me happy and not do things because I have to. And so this here is just a little quote that I found, and I want to be inspired every time that I open this Hobonichi. And so it says, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." On the page right next to that, I have my goals of 2020, and I section them off into different categories. One is doctor, another one is mom and wife, another one is finance, health and fitness, and social media. And so I found that being very, very specific on how I'm going to become a better doctor, how I'm going to become a better wife and mother, those things, the more specific you are, the more likely you are to accomplish these goals. So I wrote down things like learn something new every day, and to be more specific, I'm going to read a new article every week from AAFP or from the New England Journal, and so things like that. The next 2 pages are my podcasts, books, TV, and movie recommendations. I like to jot these down when people recommend a good book. I just haven't had time to read anything lately, and so I'm really excited about these pages, and hopefully I can do some doodles here after I've read the book or watched the TV show. Some podcasts that I listen to on a regular basis is it sounds really nerdy, but Curbsiders. It's an internal medicine podcast that teaches you about medicine. So this next page, I had already gotten too excited, so I did it prior to filming, and then you guys on Instagram said that you wanted to see the process, and so I had already drawn those pages out. But basically they are just places I want to visit and food recommendations that I see that I want to go to. So if you guys have any interesting food recommendations or places that you think I should visit, please leave them in the comment section below. These next 2 pages are just for YouTube ideas and a brain dump. So working in the hospital, I found that I have to have so many different passwords that I am not remembering things. Also, like random places like Ulta, they make you have weird passwords. So I think this is like a good page for everything. So I just don't lose track of it. This next page, I did it in my old journal and I really liked how it turned out, but it's just little boxes for my credit card and basically their due dates and what kind of rewards that they have. Like I know Chase, every 3 months it changes, and so I like to put it on there so it kind of tells me what credit card I will be using. These next pages, if you are in school or if you're studying for boards, I find it really useful. I broke them up into systems, but basically they are just note pages, and I will write notes depending on what system it is. Say I am on a endocrinology rotation and I learned something specific, say about calcium and PTH or vitamin D or whatever, and I want to remember it, and I'll just write it down on that particular page. I find that keeping everything together is really helpful when you're like, oh, I remember talking about that, but I don't know where it is exactly. So these pages are for that. I also had so much fun making these little doodles that match up with the words, like that kidney for nephrology. My favorite one is probably OBGYN and peds. I drew a little pregnant belly, and an IUD for the gyne in the Y, and then I drew a little baby for peds. And so that is it, guys. That is my setup for 2020. I did go back in and added a little bit more washi and stamps, but here is the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch this channel and supporting me and my family. We appreciate you so much. I'm so excited for what 2020 has to come, and so I hope you stay with us, and I will continue to get to know you in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.